We just hit 3K. Get on my level. I'm joking. Hey guys, it's your boy King Donald. I'm back with another video. Hey, 3K, you guys. I just want to thank you guys. I know I didn't post this because I was supposed to do another what if, but that one didn't go as like I wanted to. So this is why I'm doing. What if Deku was Captain Man? This is gonna be the 3K special. Hope you guys enjoy. And well, you guys can tell by the title, but I think this is gonna be a movie. If not, it might be just a part. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So before we get into the story, I want to kind of explain. If you guys didn't know who Captain Man is, Captain Man is like this superhero from a called Kid Danger. No, Henry Danger. My bad. He is like the hero of Swellview. He has indestructible abilities and etc. He's kind of like a cliche hero. That's what the show is kind of about. And yeah, he has a sidekick. It's a show about him. And anyways, but you guys should really check it out. Right now, it's finished, and now they're doing this show called Danger Force. I mean, if you don't know my Henry Danger fans, Danger Force is not it. It's just not that good. It's not. I know there's a lot of people in the comments that will back me up. Anyways, I'm rambling. So now that I got that out of my way, yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna say that Izuku, he's basically gonna have the same childhood, his mom, Enko met Hizashi, and they got married and stuff. And Hizashi, he was trying to be a scientist, and he finally got a breakthrough. But by him having a breakthrough, he has to be out all the time and not around. When Izuku was born, Hizashi wasn't even able to get to the hospital in time. He was too busy at work. But Inko was fine with it because she understands that he needs to provide, and his work is quite demanding. So Izuku starts like around the 2 and stuff, and he would be wondering where's Dad all the time, but he would just get over it. So when Izuku's around 4, he would still be asking where's Dad, and now that Dad's not around, he's kind of getting fed up. So he just decides to no, screw that guy. But anyways, so Izuku goes to school, and everyone else has their quirk, and Izuku's wondering what the heck. So Izuku goes to the quirk doctor, and he finds out he's quirkless, and Izuku feels crushed and all that stuff again. So Izuku's life would basically be the same in the anime. He gets bullied and all that stuff. Bakugo calls him Deku and all that stuff. Until one day, the teacher says, "Alright guys, tomorrow it's gonna be take your kid to work day." And I was like, So I want to know if you want to take these sheets and ask your parents if you can go to school. If you can, go with them. And yeah. And Izuku's like, wait, take your kid to work day? Maybe I can go with Dad. I doubt it. But anyways, so he goes home and he tells his mom, and his mom's like, "Oh, that's great. You want to come to my work?" And Izuku's like, "Sorry, Mom. I kind of want to go to Dad's." And he's like, "Your father? Are you sure you don't want to just go to my workplace? I mean, Dad's work is quite, I don't want to say it, but it's boring." And Izuku's like, "What's boring about science? I mean, science, I know science is amazing in some sense. It's learning how to do everything." I don't even know science. Whatever. So Inko's like, alright then, I guess we'll call your father. And he calls him up and then that's like, oh, Inko, I didn't expect you to call me right now. What is it? And she's like, yeah, what's his name again? Whatever. Izuku wanted to talk to you and it's like, alright then, hey dad. And he's like, Izuku, how you been, my boy? And he's, fine. I just wanted to say, it's take your kid to work day, and I was wondering if I could go to your work. And he's like, I have something really important, Izuku. I don't know. And Izuku's like, okay, I already knew it. Great. I just gotta go with mom. And he's like, wait. Alright, I'm sorry, Izuku. I know I haven't been around a lot, but I have to work. And Izuku, I understand. I know. I mean, I just wanted to ask just to see. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to say yes anyways. And he was like, he kind of feels bad and he's like, damn it. But alright, screw it. Alright, Izuku, yeah, you can come. And Izuku's like, wait, what? Are you serious? He's like, yeah, screw it, yeah, just come over. And Izuku's like, yeah, alright. And he's excited because finally he gets to see where his dad works. So the next day, Izuku heads over to his dad's place, and it's kind of just a normal lab. And Izuku's like, so this is what you do. And Izuku keeps touching stuff, and he's like, stop touching stuff, Izuku. You're getting stuff dirty. He's like, sorry, I just can't help it. It's quite interesting. And he's like, you think so? He's like, yeah. He's like, maybe, you can one day be a scientist yourself. So he was like, maybe. But I still kind of want to do the hero stuff. And he's like, are you serious? I mean, I don't know what to say, but Izuku, you're quirkless, right? And Izuku's like, yeah, I mean, there's other ways to help people. If I must, I will become a police officer at best. And he's like, alright then, kid. Wait. Alright then, Izuku, I gotta go. There's important meeting going on, alright? And yeah, just look around, but don't touch anything. I'm serious, Izuku. Do not touch anything, especially that area, alright? And he points to an area where it's just this big machine, and a big machine, and Izuku's like, alright then, I guess so. So Izuku's just wandering around. He's like, this place is kind of cool. And he doesn't listen to his dad, and he just kind of grabs some chemicals, pour it in, just whisking it, and he's seeing different colors. He's like, this is pretty cool. And it's there and stuff like that. And Izuku's looking around, and he's like, whoa, what is this? He puts on the lab coat, just kind of fooling around. And Izuku's kind of like, he's kind of dancing, you could say, like, with the lab coat on the fire. And Izuku trips, and he's like, whoa, and he keeps falling back, trying to gain his balance. But Izuku bumps into the machine, turning it on, and it's like, oh crap! And the machine just zaps Izuku, and Izuku's like, and Dad's like, wait, what the? And he turns around, and he sees the machine's on. He's like, hey, Izuku! And everyone's like, shut it down! And they pull the plug and everything, and Izuku's like, oh. And he's like, son, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. And he's like, alright, wait. And another guy's like, did you touch the densitizing machine? Toshinori, this is why you don't bring your kids to work. This is a sacred place. Oh, and he's like, I'm sorry. He just asked. You see, he's fine. I think it may have worked. And it looks like, what are you talking about? And Toshinori said, no. He's like, no, you wasted our only supply on this measly kid. We're gonna fix All Might. And they're like, and Izuku's like, wait, fix All Might? What are you guys talking about? And Toshinori. Oh, not Toshinori. Hazashi. I was saying Hazashi or Toshinori. Yo, I can't get the name straight. Hazashi's like, nah, Izuku. You see, yeah. He's like, you see, now you're exposing all the secrets. Co-worker, and he's like, oh, whatever. And Izuku's like, wait, what just happened? Why is everyone getting angry? And why is everyone staring at me like I'm an alien? And he's like, Izuku, how do I explain this? And I just, I don't know how to explain this. And it's like, explain what? He's like, alright, kid, that machine you just went there, it's called the dentitizer machine. And he's like, right, the dentitizer? I know this is top secret, so, but since the machine worked on you, you're automatically a part of this. Well, the machine, it's a dentitizer machine. It's basically meant to make stuff indestructible, trying to make things indestructible. Well, we were starting off with objects to see and glass, and it was successful, and we were yet to try a live, no, not live, a living specimen, and well, that's what we were discussing in that room over there, but then you came along and you turned on the machine, and now here we are. And Izuku's like, wait. So you're telling me that I'm indestructible? And he's like, well, yes. Well, we're not fully sure because we have to do tests and tests. And Izuku's like, wait, so wait, that means I could be a hero? And Hazashi like, whoa, okay, let's not jump to conclusions now, Izuku. We still don't know if this actually worked, or this could easily give you like a second brain or mutated you. We don't know yet, Izuku. So don't get your hopes up. Oh, this is a mess. And Izuku's like, oh, I'm wait, what? And anyways, so they go and take Izuku, and all these scientists are like, oh, this is why I hate kids. So anyway, so they go on to test Izuku and to see what's up with him and stuff. So they go and test, and they see if Izuku's indestructible, and they try to hit him with something small. Let's just say like they throw a ball at his face. I don't know. And Izuku's like, ow! And they're like, wait, are you okay? He's like, wait, I'm okay. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess it's working. And they progressively get to things that are more dangerous, scary, and stuff like that. Like chainsaws, like bats and glass and all that stuff. And Izuku was able to come out unscathed of all of it. And everyone's amazed because like, but we've never tested this, and everyone's like, and all that stuff. So Izuku's quite excited because his dream of being a hero is gonna come true. So Izuku was heading out back home, and Hazashi's like, alright, we're not gonna tell your mother yet, but he's like, but it's like, no, we need to make sure this is alright. So every day after school, you're gonna come here back to this lab so we can test out and see where your potential is, alright? And it was like, alright. So yeah, so Izuku goes home and he sleeps it off, and he's very excited because he's like, I can actually be a hero. So he heads back to school, and everyone's like, haha, it's the stupid Izuku, and Izuku's just like, oh, whatever. Because he doesn't care at this point, because all he knows is that he's got a quirk now, and he does not care. Well, it's not a quirk. But anyways, he's got powers now, and he does not care what anyone's saying. So Izuku's sitting there with a big smile on his face, and Balk's like, what are you smiling about, Deku? You're quirkless. It doesn't even matter. Izuku's like, nice to see you too. What the hell was that? Oh my gosh. I literally thought, what the heck? Sorry, guys. Man, that was so weird. But anyways, Izuku's like, whatever, Bakugo, and Bakugo's like, huh? Are you talking back? Sit down, Bakugo. We all don't have time for this. Let's just get to class. And Bakugo's like, alright. And that's when the teacher starts talking. He's like, alright, kids, you need to start taking your future seriously. And all that stuff. And he's like, what am I kidding? And he throws the things in the air. It's like, I know you all want to be heroes. And Izuku still smiling. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be a hero. You just wait and see. So anyways, and then he starts calling out the people that are gonna go to UA, and he mentions Bakugo. Bakugo does his speech again. He's like, I'm gonna be the number one original speed run. I want to be fast and whatever. And he's like, Izuku, and everyone's like, Izuku! And Izuku this time tries to defend back. He's just kind of smiling because he knows, like, he's indestructible. And it's been tested. He's gone through, well, not rigorous training. He only had this for 1 day, so, you know, maybe it doesn't have the effect yet, but Izuku's certain that this is his ability and he's gonna use it for good, and he doesn't care what anyone says. And Bakugo's like, you Deku, and Izuku's just thinking in his mind, and Bakugo's grabbing his shirt, trying to like threaten him with like explosions, but Izuku doesn't give a crap. He's just thinking still. Like, he's like thinking of the possibilities. Bakugo's like, what the heck is wrong with this kid? And anyway, so Bakugo's like, the teacher's like, settle down, Bakugo. So anyways, so Izuku after class, he's packing up. Bakugo and his crew comes, and Izuku still doesn't give any of them any thoughts and everything. And Bakugo's like, hey, Izuku. And Izuku's just writing his book. Bakugo grabs it, and Izuku's like, wait, give it back, Bakugo. He's like, what is this? It's your stupid hero book again? You're never gonna be a hero. Just give it up. And he explodes the book and throws it outside. Izuku's like, and then they just laugh off. So Izuku goes down, and yet again, he's like, I don't care what they say. I know what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a hero just like All Might. Just wait and see. So anyways, he goes down the same tunnel. And Zuko's laughing down until he hears a sound, and that's when the sludge man pops out saying, give me your body, kid. I didn't know that freak was in town. And Zuko's like, and he kind of starts tries to run away, but Zuko this time, he's like, wait, and he turns around, and the sludge man is like, oh, so you're willing to give me your body? And Zuko's like, I don't think so. And Izuku goes into an awkward fighting position, like, you know, and the sergeant comes back, kid, are you serious? Do you seriously want to do this? And Izuku's like, yes, I want to do this. And I was like, okay. And he just jumps onto Izuku, and Izuku's like, what? And he's getting the sludgeman on him, and it's like, crap, and stuff like that. And Izuku's like about to suffocate, but then after he's like, wait, I'm okay. And the sludgeman's like, huh? How have you not passed out yet? I've been suffocating you all this time. And Izuku kind of goes, and he grabs it, takes the sludge out of his mouth, and he's like, I'm not that easy to break. And he kind of like fights his way out, and the sludge was like, how is this kid actually this strong? What the? Then Izuku was able to push himself out. Then he turns around again in an awkward fighting stance. He's like, I'm not going down that easily, villain. And the sludge was like, and he's about to attack until he hears All Might's theme. Insert All Might's theme. I am here. And he's like, crap, oh my. And he's like, Texas Smash! Obliterating the sludge man while sending Izuku back too. But Izuku's fine. So anyways, Izuku admittedly gets up, and he's like, whoa, what just happened? What was that? And he looks and he's like, holy crap, that's All Might! And All Might's like, oh, hey, how are you doing? And Zuko's freaking over All Might as usual. And he asks for his autograph, and All Might gives it. And All Might kind of asks him, like, hey, kid, you kind of stood your ground there. Like, what's your quirk? And Zuko, he was like, well, I actually, and Izuku remembers, like, wait, I do, but Dad didn't, should I tell him? Well, but Dad never said that I couldn't tell anyone, but I shouldn't. Wait, I just remembered. Of course, I should tell him. And All Might's like, kid? He's like, All Might, can I ask you something? He's like, yeah, sure, but you're not gonna tell me my quirk? He's like, yeah, it's about that. He's like, alright. Have you heard of the densitizer? And All Might's like, nervously, he's like, what in his head? He's like, how do you know about it? And All Might's like, no, it doesn't sound familiar to me. And Zuko's like, I guess so, but that's how I got my power. I am indestructible. And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, wait. So you that kid that got the indestructibility? And Zuko's like, yeah. Wait, you were told? He's like, yeah, I mean, they did make that for me, but I thought it was a bit much. But, wait, what? So you're that kid? And it's like, yeah, I'm the kid. And All Might's kind of like, wow, the coincidence is really unreal. And it's like, well, I was actually gonna head over there, like, to meet you, to see you. And it looks like, yeah, wait, wait, what? He's like, yeah, and it's like, wait. I just remember, why would you need to be indestructible, All Might? Like, what's going on? And All Might's like, well, you see, kid. And he pops out and it's like, oh, you're not All Might. And it looks like, and All Might's like, oh, yeah. Wow, the coincidence is really unreal. Kid, this is why. And it's like, what the heck happened to you? And he explains his injury, not exposing one for all, of course, saying that he has this bad injury and it's kind of slowed him down. And that indestructibility experiment was supposed to help him recover and get back into Prime All Might. And Izuku hearing this, he's like, wait, so I stopped you from going back to your prime. Wait. No. This can't be real, right? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And All Might's like, it's okay, kid. And it's like, no, it's not okay. I'll give it back. All right, I'll do anything. I didn't know that. Oh no. And he feels like he messed up. And All Might's like, it's okay, kid. All right, it's okay. And mistakes happen. And remember, I just said earlier, I didn't want it at all. But now that you have it, I think this could work. And it's like, could work? What are you talking about? But first, maybe. And it's like, wait, what? What are you talking? He just hears a massive explosion. Like, whoa, what the hell was that? And they're like, wait, what? And they look around and they realize the sludgeman's gone. They never captured him, so he escaped again through the sewers, and he emerged, and he's, due to plot, he was able to grab Bakugo and trying to take control of his body. And they're like, wait, what the hell is that? And they're like, okay, we gotta go. So they head over to the scene, and they see it's Bakugo. Obviously, it's the sludge villain yet again. They're like, crap, it's the sludge villain. And Zuko's like, wait, we didn't capture it. He's like, yeah, we didn't. We're too busy chatting. Oh, how could I make a silly mistake like that? And Izuku's like, I'm sorry, it was my fault. He's like, no, I'm the pro hero. I should have known better. Alright, and Izuku's like, are you going to help? He's like, my time limit's up. I can't do anything. And Izuku's like, crap, this is my fault. First, I take all my indestructibility. Then, I let the sludge run away. And now I made him time out of his abilities. Crap. It's just piling on me. I gotta do something. So Izuku starts sprinting and they're like, and almost like, kid, what are you doing? And all those like, grab the kid. And Izuku's there. And the sludge is like, oh, it's you again. And this time the sludge man seems bigger to Izuku for some reason. And he's frozen up. And so it's like, oh, you stupid kid. Because of you, I nearly got caught. But isn't karma sweet? Now I can get my sweet revenge. And Izuku's just like, oh, and the sergeant creates a fist and he, and all the heroes like, save the kid! And almost like, wait, and he couldn't transform. When Izuku gets stumped, and the sergeant like, and Izuku's on the floor, and they're like, the crowd, and they're like, did he die? And Baku's like, wait, what the? And Izuku's like, oh, that wasn't that bad. It hurt like for 3 seconds. It's okay, everyone. I'm okay. And they're like, wait, is that the kid's quirk? What the? And the sergeant was like, oh, so you really are invincible? So it's like, nah, not invincible, indestructible. And the sludge, and Izuku punches a hole through the sludge man. Well, not a big one, just a small one to get Bakugo out, and he grabs him out. And that's when Izuku's like, All Might, it's all you! And All Might's like, that kid, he's something else. And he is All Might transform, and he's like, I knew you were worthy. United States of Smash! Completely obliterates the sludge man and changing the weather. And it was, All Might! And All Might's thinking is like, that kid, he knew I was gonna jump in. Smart one, isn't he? Anyway, so Izuku gets swarmed by the interviewers like, kid, that was amazing. How did you not get infected? And Izuku's like, well, yeah, it's just, he just wasn't that strong. And he was like, but the pro heroes is like, yeah, it's just, I kind of found a hole in the sludge. It's like, a hole? And they're all buying it, and Izuku's like, yeah, I kind of finessed my way, and he missed with the sludge, so, yeah. And they're like, okay? Well, anyways, kid, you showed some great heroic. Even though the heroes were frozen and you couldn't do anything, you jumped in and still helped your friend. So it's like, yeah, I guess so. But I didn't do much. All Might finished the sludge man off. And they're like, but today, we really have seen a true instance of a hero in this kid. And Izuku kind of smiles like, so, and all that stuff. So Izuku's walking home, and Bakugo comes yet again, and he's like, you didn't save it! And Izuku kind of just like, I guess so, maybe I didn't, Bakugo. And he heads off, and that's when All Might comes again, and he's like, whoa, All Might, this is insane. And he's like, well, kid, what's insane is what you done back there. I've never seen such heroism. Yeah, heroism. Is that how you say it? Heroism, right? Yeah, I haven't seen such heroism in such a long time. I was right about you. And it's like, wait, what? It's like, I was being honest with your kid earlier. He's like, wait, what? And he starts to explain what his what his injury was, like who injured him, and his quirk and that. He wants to give Izuku his quirk, and Izuku's like, wait, what? And it's like, I want you, Izuku Midori, to be the, correct me if I'm wrong, 9th user of One for All. And Izuku contemplates this, and he's like, of course, oh my, what the heck? Who would miss out on an opportunity like that? If you think I'm worthy, of course. And I was like, alright then, kid, let's get to work. Din 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 din. At GTA success music. Din din. Anyways, Izuku, while heading home, completely forgot that he had to head back to the lab, but it was too late. He gets a phone call from his mom, and he's like, yeah, Izuku, your dad wants to talk to you. You need to get home quick. So he gets home, and he sees his dad's there waiting, and he's like, where were you, Izuku? Izuku's like, I'm sorry, Dad, I was out saving, and I was like, but you're supposed to come back to the lab. We don't know the capabilities of your quirk yet. And Izuku's like, I get it, but you need to hear me out. And he's like, what? She's like, well, if you need to know, I met All Might today. He's like, wait, you met All Might? And Izuku's like, and I told him about it. He's like, why would you tell him, Izuku? It's like, well, it makes sense, doesn't it? That it was quite weird, isn't it? That I got this, and then All Might comes, like, it's crazy. And he's like, alright, and it's like, alright, and it's like, and I saved Bakugo from this villain and all that stuff, and I got interviewed. It was quite insane. And yeah, the dad's like, alright, yeah. He also offered to train me, and before you denied, I think this is really a good opportunity, because think about it. Who is better to teach me than the #1 hero? And the dad's like, alright then, Izuku, I guess so. I'll allow it. And he's like, yes, thanks, Dad. So anyways, so the next way, he gets a text from All Might telling him to meet him at this location. He meets him up there, and Izuku's surprised of why is there so much trash here. And All Might's like, well, yeah, there is, but this is part of your training. By the end of these 6 months, before the UA exam, I want you to clear this, all of this. And he's like, wait, what? All of this? He's like, all of it. Anyways, so they go on to start to train, and Izuku has to build up on his strength. So that's what they do for the first 3 months. And due to Izuku's body always being in perfect shape, and him never actually technically never needing a rest day or get sick, he can just constantly train, and he's able to get fit really fast and also put on muscle really fast. So yeah, and Izuku after that was starting to clear out the beach, and during the meanwhile, All Might was trying to teach Izuku combat, and since English, please. He starts to teach Izuku combat and how to like fight, because Izuku's fighting stance was terrible, and Izuku's starting to get a hang of it, and he's starting to become a beast. And Izuku already was able to fight All Might, but of course not beat him, but stand to his own and withstand his punches, which is quite impressive. So yeah, after 6 months, what am I saying? After, well, I said through, what, English? 6 months has gone past, and All Might's like, alright, Izuku, you've built your strength up, which is amazing, and you've known how to combat. I think it's time. And Izuku's like, really? He's like, yeah. So All Might gives Izuku his piece of his hair, and Izuku receives One for All. And for my manga readers, yeah, you guys want to skip around only at anime only, so I just want to say there's kind of a big spoiler here, so yeah. Yeah, so I warned you. This is like my third time. I'm warning you again. Skip. I'm warning you again. Skip. For my manga readers, you guys all heard about the truth about One for All and why Izuku might be the last one. It's because of they demonstrated like your quirk is like a full glass of water, and like adding another power to it like overflows it. That and so basically a person with a quirk wouldn't be able to harness the full potential of One for All, but since Izuku was quirkless, he's able to use the full potential because like his glass is like half full. But since technically Izuku does not have a quirk, I'm just speculating here that he'll be able to also use the full potential of it. That's what I'm saying. If you disagree, put it in the comments. And yeah, anime people, here I'm here. It's fine. I stopped. Even if you got spoiled, I warned you 3 times. I'm sorry. But anyways, rambling on. Izuku was training one day until he got a news alert that there's a new villain and he's causing terror. He's causing terror around the city, and he calls himself the Toddler. Can't believe I'm putting him the Toddler, and he dresses like a baby. But he has caused quite many casualties in here, and it looks like a man baby. That's something new, and I want to say, that's not even the worst of it. He wears adult diapers, and it's like, huh? Yeah. So anyways, Izuku gains One for All, and I'm just gonna say that right now he's gonna be able to use about 10% of it. So he goes on to the no, that's maybe too much. Well, he does. Technically, he could use 100. I'm not doing that. That's just gonna be boring. Well, anyways, I'm gonna say right now Izuku's able to use about 10%. So the UA exam comes around, and Izuku feels ready after knowing the capabilities of his indestructibility and his strength with One for All. So he's there quite confident. So he heads in and he does the test, and he does quite well in it. So the combat exercise comes around, and Izuku's starting to stretch, and he's for some reason starting to feel nervous. And he looks around and he sees a girl that looks as nervous as him. So he tries to go and approach her, but he's stopped by Ida Schmieder-Leaner. And it's like, you shouldn't distract her. She's obviously trying to get into the zone. And it looks like, I'm sorry, man. I guess so. I guess I'll just stay here. And he's like, you should. And it's like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? Anyways, he continues to straight, and President Mike shouts, I never remember what he says. A hero never waits for a siren. Run, go, go, go! So Izuku turns on One for All straight, and he heads in, kind of like a cannon. So anyway, so Izuku, he goes on there and he sees a row of robots, and he's just like, how can I use my body to advantage? And Izuku starts running, and he kind of throws himself forward, and he turns into a cannonball, and he bolts his way through 3 robots, gaining quite a lot of points. And Izuku keeps stacking points, eventually getting 64 combat points, which is really impressive. Until you start to hear it's the 0 point robot. and all that shit. And everyone starts running away, and Izuku's like, yeah, I should probably just go and get other points. Until he hears, yeah, if you guys should know, in my last video, what a Deku was State Quirkless Part 2, I discovered I cannot scream like a girl anymore. And it's a big resolution for me, and you should be happy for me. Thank you. But you know, it's Uraka, and he goes out to go and help her, and he takes her out, and he's like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, it's just yeah." And it's alright. It's gonna be a challenge, but might as well give it a try. And he's like, "Are you seriously gonna go up there?" He's like, "Yeah, why not?" And he and he turns on One for All, and he's like, he turns on One for All, and he's like, this might hurt, but screw it. And he uses 100%, and everyone's like, whoa, wait, what is that guy doing? And the teacher's like, huh? And All Might's like, I guess so. In his mind's like, I guess he decides to use 100%. And Izuku jumps into the air again, and it was like, whoa, and Zuko's like, Detroit, smash, and he punches the robot yet again, completely obliterating it like in the anime. And Zuko's like, ow, crap, and it was like, whoa, and Zuko's falling from the sky, but Zuko's like, and he's like, oh, I'm okay. And he's like, wait, but I'm still falling. And he lands. And I was like, ooh. And they go and check, and it's like, it's fine, everybody. just give me a second. And he kind of lies there, and everyone's like, okay. And Recovery Guard comes, and it looks like, no, it's fine. Recovery, I got this. And he's just laying there, and yeah. So Izuku heads back home, and he's feeling really confident after destroying that 0 point robot. Even though it was 0 points, he's still kind of like the flex of it. So yeah, a week goes by, and he gets the letter from UA, and it's All Might telling him that he done exceptional on the test, getting a total of 64 combat points and 75 hero points. Get a total of 129 points, I think. Am I getting my math right? Screw it. Yeah, he's just got a lot of points. He's claiming the #1 spot, and he says, welcome to Your Hero Academia. And Izuku's pumped and all this ish. So yeah, a few days go past, and Izuku heads to UA, excited for his new path. And he opens the door, and he sees the two people he didn't really want in his class. Bakugo and that kid earlier, Tenya Ida. And Zuko's like, oh no, he's gonna get angry at me. And Toa's like, oh, it's you. I am Tenya Ida, and I'd like to apologize. And he kind of apologizes for what he done and all that stuff, and he didn't expect that from Izuku. And it's just like, yeah, thanks, man. And he's like, maybe this kid's not bad. And he's like, huh, it's the deck. It's deck. No. It's the falling boy. I don't know. It's the redhead. No, not red. It's the green head kid. And Izuku's like, huh? And it's Uraka, and they start talking and it's like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. Until Azaho comes, like, you guys took 8 seconds to shut up. Practical students, whatever. Anyways. I'm Jenny. No. What did I say? I'm Shoto Ozawa. Meet me outside. Put these on and meet me outside. And everyone's like, I guess so? So yeah, they meet him outside, and Ozawa starts to explain what they're going to be doing, and that they're going to be, and he's going to evaluate the quirks. And Zuko's like, huh. And he's like, yeah, alright. He's like, Zuko Midoriya. He's like, oh, who? That's me? He's like, throw this as far as you can. And Zuko in his mind's like, what should I do? Should I just go with the safe bet at 10% and not break any bones? Or use 100% break bones, but recover it later. I'm indestructible. It's fine. First impressions take you far. And Izuku's like, ready for this? And Azawa's just like, just throw the damn ball. And Izuku, what? And he uses 100% of One For All. And Azawa's like, oh. And he sees this, and Izuku launches the ball as hard as he can. And he launches it far, and everyone's like, whoa! What the heck? And Izuku's like, oh! And everyone's like, whoa, are you okay? He's like, just, I'm okay. And it was like, ah! And it was like, whoa, Izuku, you threw that far. He's like, yeah, thanks. And Zao looks at the score, look at the thing, and he's like, oh. And like, what's the score? 1,200 meters. And it was like, what? And Bakugo's like, huh? Wait, since when did Izuku have a quirk? He's like, Deku, have you given your strength from me? And Izuku's like, no, that's not it, Bakugo. I just found these abilities. He's like, you better not be lying. It's like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, get off him. As you can see, that he's somewhere, and everyone's like, this is gonna be fun. And he's like, fun? Alright then, whoever comes last gets suspended. But this time, Izuku does not care because he knows that he's gonna have fun. So yeah, and all the things he dominates, still using 10%. He doesn't use 100 because even though he's indestructible, it still hurts. It's still gonna hurt for those 3 damn seconds. And yeah, and this is not that hard to him, and 10% is fine. So anyways, yeah, Izuku at the end was able to come first place and Mineta last, but he reveals that it was just a test and no one's getting suspended, and everyone's like, come on, you have to bait us like that, and everything's fine. So yeah, after school, Izuku's walking home with Ida talking to him until Uraraka comes and, hey, it's we're gonna join, and all of them establishing a friendship and all of them becoming friends. So the next day, Izuku goes to school, and it's a slow day of school until he's sitting in class waiting until all my pops here saying, oh, I am here, and it was like, whoa, it's Oma. And Izuku still acts surprised. Well, he doesn't act, he's still surprised, even though he's seen All Might like so many times. He's still a fanboy at the end of the day. And All Might starts to explain that they're going to be doing combat exercise, and everyone starts getting excited, and everyone gets their costumes. So yeah, basically the costume for Izuku is basically going to be the one in the thumbnail. I kind of want him to have that blue and all that stuff, just, you know, to resemble Captain Man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, All Might starts to explain the combat exercise and what they're going to be doing. And they make the teams, and there's no need to change the teams. So Izuku and Uraraka and Bakugo versus Ito. So they go out and they start to discuss what they're going to be doing. And Izuku tells Uraraka, like, alright then, I think this is going to happen. We're going to go in, and Bakugo, he has a short tempo, and if you haven't noticed that he's not quite fond of me. He's like, yeah, I've never known why. And Izuku's like, well, we were childhood friends until Bakugo got his quirk and I didn't, and it's just been down here from that. But deep down, I know that we're still friends. And I think ever since I got on my quirk, there's been this hostility even worse than before. But this time I'm not afraid to face it, because now I have a quirk too, and I won't let him bully me. And Uraraka's like, wow, I'm not gonna lie, Izuku, that's quite inspiring. Fine, I'll do my best too. And Izuku kind of smiles, like, we'll both do our best. And she's like, what's that plan of yours? And he's like, alright, so here's the plan. We're gonna go in, and I know Bakugo's gonna come at us, so I'm gonna face Bakugo while you're gonna head to the top. But you're gonna wait and hide and scope out the area, because because I don't want to be rude or anything, but I don't think you're gonna take on Ida. She's like, yeah, no, you're right. Ida's too fast for me to touch, and I just not much objects I could do. So I think that's the best plan. Let's go. And he's like, all right. So they enter, and as usual, as planned, Bakugo comes shouting, Deku! And Izuku's like, crap! And Bakugo comes, an explosion to her face, and Uroku's like, Izuku! And Izuku's like, run! And she starts running, and Bakugo's like, it's fine, I didn't even want her here. And Izuku's like, is this the fight you always wanted, Bakugo? Bakugo's like, I didn't care for this fight. I just want to show you who's the best. Alright, Izuku? No, you're still a worthless Deku! I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, they start to fight, and Bakugo goes in for a few explosion punts, but Izuku turns on one for all, and he's dodging them all. But due to the training with All Might, Izuku's learned how to read a person's body and actually fight. And Bakugo's getting hit and punched the gun and thrown around like he's a baby, and Izuku's like, come on, Bakugo, I thought you were the best. Show me why you're the best. And Bakugo's like, you want the best? I'll show you why. And he lifts up his cloth and he's like, while we're fighting, my gloves have been storing up all my sweat. And he starts to explain. And on the intercom's like, Bakugo, that's a little too much. Stop that now. And Bakugo's like, and he pulls it, and All Might's like, Bakugo, what are you doing? Bakugo kind of smiles and he pulls it, and everyone's like, and Izuku's just there in the final pose. He's like, crap, and he blocks it, and then goes the whole hallway in an explosion, and it breaks through the wall, and everyone's like, is Izuku okay? And they're all just like wondering, like, oh my gosh. And the smoke clears, and Bakugo's like, I knew you cannot understand that. And Izuku, the smoke clears, and everyone, they're like, is Izuku okay? And Izuku emerges, and he's like, I'm okay. And I was like, what the? He's like, how was he able to survive that? And Bakugo's like, wait, what? And Izuku turns on one for all, and he dashes to Bakugo, takes his gauntlet, and Bakugo's like, huh? And he tries to explode him, but Izuku hits his hand back with Bakugo's gauntlet, and he grabs Bakugo's face and he slams it into the ground, and he's like, wait, what? And Izuku's like, and he puts on the gauntlet, and he's like, hey, do you want to get exploded? And Bakugo's like, you idiot, it's already finished, I know that's a bluff. And Izuku's like, you're completely right. And he just punches Bakugo cold. And he puts the tape around him and he eliminates him. And it was like, Bakugo's eliminated. And Ida's like, crap. And then he's like, is that Uraka? You cannot stop me. Whatever he does. And he's like, I got rid of all the small archers in this, so you cannot defeat me. And I was like, crap. And she tries to run away, but Ida turns on his quirk and grabs her and is about to eliminate her until he hears like grumbling, like sounds like somewhere else. He's like, what the heck is that sound? And he's like, what the? And she breaks through the wall, and he's like, what the? And it's Izuku, and Izuku's like, and rushing at Ida, and Ida's like, huh? And he runs away. And Izuku's like, this guy's annoying. And no, he doesn't say that. He's like, it's quite fast, but I'm faster. And he predicts Ida's movements, and he kind of kicks Ida doing a spin kick in the face. And Ida gets flying back, and Izuku's like, grab the bomb, Uraka is like, right. And she touches it, and like, the hero team wins. And it was like, whoa, that was insane. And all that ish. And yeah. So Izuku's team wins, and All Might afterwards tells him that they're all done great, but Bakugo, you need to work on your angel management, and you can't use that on your comrades, and especially in a space like that. I mean, yeah, that's basically all the feedback they got. So yeah. So the next day they go back to school and Izawa tells them that he was impressed of what they'd done and he was impressed of what they'd done and that they're going to be going to the USJ and ish, and everyone's like yeah and excited because they've never been to the USJ and they're like wondering how was that like. Now I'm saying. So yeah, I think it's the next day. Well, anyway, so they're on the bus right up to USJ and they start talking about who has the best quirk and they bring up names and Izuku's the one that everyone brought up of probably having one of the best quirks in the class. And they ask, wait, Izuku, what is your quirk exactly? So it's like, I can't really describe it. I mean, the quirk doctor can describe it himself. It's like, wow, like, it seems like you have strength like All Might and you're indestructible. And he's like, wait, Sue, you made a good point. His quirk is similar to All Might. No, it's not. It's completely different, you know. Like, yeah, it's completely different. Like, it's not even remotely close. And they're like, right. So anyways, they arrive at the USJ and they see that the USJ is massive. And they're all getting excited because, yeah, who wouldn't be? So they enter and they see it's 13. And 13 asks, oh, where's All Might? And he's like, yeah, he got tired out after doing some hero work in the morning earlier. It's gonna be us too. He's just like, alright then. So and she starts introducing herself and all that ish and yeah. Until a purple portal opens up and villains start splurging out and the Kirishima asks, is this part of the exercise? She's like, and as I was like, no, this is real life. And everyone's like, wait, what the? And they just see a purple bird come out and they see a guy with hands come out and then they see this guy, a guy in a diaper saying, well, is this you, eh? Where is All Might? And Sugar's like, we have to get him here first, toddler. And he's like, why do we invite him? So yeah, and that's when as I was like, we're on the attack, and he's like, 13, get the kids to safety. She's like, right, and he jumps down, starts to fight until Kirigiri comes. He's like, you guys are not going anywhere, and that's when Bakugo and Kirishima attack him, and he teleports everyone out. So Izuku's in the water, and he doesn't freak out because since you know he's not gonna die. But he does see a villain come and he gets in a fighting pose until Sue comes and hits the shark away. Not the villain away and brings him up to the boat. So yeah, they start to introduce themselves and they quirk to think of a plan and Izuku basically comes up with the same plan in the anime. And he makes that world huddle and Mineta does his thing. So they land and they see that the Nomu is on English? The Nomu is wait, that the Nomu is restricting Izawa. I was just trying to say that without a sus way because I was like, the Nomu is sitting on Izawa and I was like, that sounds sus. But anyways, yeah, he's restraining Izawa while Shigaraki is kind of decaying his elbow while the toddler's just kind of kicking him and doing all that stuff. Getting happy. And it looks like, crap, we gotta save him. Like, no, are you crazy? They're superheroes. We can't do anything. We're just students. And it's like, well, if we just stay here, he's gonna get killed. And it's like, that's true, but what are you gonna do? And it's like, I don't know. And he just jumps in and he kind of kicks the toddler away, and he grabs Mr. Zawa and he starts running and he's like, Super Nerd, catch him! And they caught him and Izuku turns around and he's like, get out of here. And they just run away. And Shuraku's like, oh, okay. That was smooth. not gonna lie. And the toddler's like, oh, he just kicked me in the face. How was that smooth? He's like, well, like I said, smooth. Who are you, kid? He's like, none of your business. What are you guys doing here? It's like, well, isn't that unfair? Like, you expect me to answer your questions, but you won't answer mine? He's like, whatever. Why are you here? He's like, alright, then fine. Well, isn't it obvious? We're here to kill All Might. And it's just like, why would you want to kill All Might? Who doesn't want to kill All Might? He's annoying. And John's like, yeah, he won't let us do anything. It's so frustrating. No one, I always get looks on the streets on wearing a diaper. I got tired of that. And now I just want to go on a rampage, but then I keep getting told All Might's going to stop me. And it's frustrating. And he's like, I guess so. And Zuko's like, well, All Might's not the only one that's going to stop you. I am. And he goes to attack the toddler, but the toddler uses his shaker, and he suddenly gets faster and he dodges, and Zuko's like, what the? And he's like, oh, kid, you think you're gonna stop me that easily? This is my quirk. Every time I rattle this, I get faster and stronger. So, kid, you might as well give up. You're out of your league. And Zuko's like, what the? And Shigara's like, he's not the only one. Guess what? This is a Nomu. He has regeneration, sharp super shorten, and the strength of All Might. You think we wouldn't come here prepared? When we said we wanted to kill All Might, we wanted to kill All Might. And Zuko realizes this is bad, and he's like, crap. Alright then. We'll take them one at a time. And Izuku gets in a fighting pose, and the toddler's like, oh, okay. He wants to get serious. Alright then. I respect it. So the toddler gets in a fighting pose, and he rattles his baby shaker, whatever that is. And he gets faster, and he goes to fight Izuku. And Izuku, they kind of go into that kind of pushing stance, you know what I mean? Like, they trying to push each other off or something like that. That sounds, no. They're trying to push each other, and Izuku's like, alright then. And he grabs the toddler and he slams him, and he kind of throws him, and the toddler is like, is that all you got? And he rattles it again, and it gets even faster, and Izuku's like, what the? But he's like, but not fast enough. And Izuku jumps in the air and kind of does a spin kick, which hits him right away. And Izuku's like, is that all you got? And the toddler's like, oh, and he rattles it again, and he starts fighting, and this time he's matching the speed with Izuku, and Izuku's like, whoa, what the? He really does rattle that, and he goes faster. And the toddler hits him back, and he's like, you're not so tough now. And Izuku's like, and he goes back and he hits the toddler yet again far away, and the toddler gets smacked to the wall, and the toddler's like, oh, he starts to bleed. He's like, you have some power, kid, but not enough. And he shakes it again, and this time he's even faster than Izuku, and he's like, kind of it starts to play Dragon Ball Z, whatever. I was just trying to make a joke, but then it didn't come out. But anyways, the toddler now, it's actually faster than Izuku, and starts to slam on Izuku, and Izuku's like, oh crap. It's like, what the? I understand his quirk. Okay, what are the patterns? And Izuku notices that every time the toddler got a significant blow, that he rattled his thing, and Izuku realizes that he's gonna get faster and stronger if he keeps injuring him. And Izuku's like, wow, that's actually a really good quirk. So then all I need to do is get that rattler out of him, but he's too fast. And Izuku's like, crap, I'll risk it. And he's like, oh, and he's like, I'll use 100% of it. And he throws a punch, which was 100% 100%, and he gets smacked up to the wall, and the toddler now is like, what was that? And his arm is broken. He's like, and he's about to rattle it, but Izuku's like, no! And he uses 100% again, and he goes and he dashes and he takes the rattler and he breaks it in half, and the toddler's like, no! And once he broke it in half, the toddler just kind of stops still. It just stays there, and he kind of passes out. And it looks like, I guess this really is essential to his quirk. And it's like, that hurt, but I'm okay now. And the Shigura's like, wow, you defeated the starter course. Good job, kid. But welcome to the main. Nomu, destroy him. And Izuku's like, crap. And the Nomu comes at him with full pace, and Izuku has to jumps into the air, and the Nomu jumps too, catching up to him, and he slams Izuku to the ground, and Izuku gets hit. He's like, what is this guy? Just I'm making it sound like Dragon Ball Z. And Izuku's like, there's no point of holding back with this guy. Thank goodness my indestructibility comes in handy. If not, I would have been dead. And he's like, 100% full cowling. He's like, puts out the 100% one for all through his whole body, and it looks like before. When I go to 100%, I only use one bit because, I don't know, doesn't hurt me as much, and I don't know. But if I threw my whole body, I'm just trying to make up something. If I put it through my whole body, it still hurts because it's still 100%. Oh, whatever, I don't know. And he's like, alright then, this is how it feels to be All Might. And Shigura's like, wait, what? And Izuku goes to the Nomu, and they exchange punches. And Izuku's like, alright then, I can do this. And he starts fighting the Nomu, like in the anime, like it was All Might versus the Nomu. And Izuku's like, I'm like, this is the power of All Might? No. I bet he was even stronger. And Izuku's like, but it's time to finish it. Detroit! Smash! And he throws a punch right at the Nomu's brain area. And Shigura's like, what? And he sends the Nomu flying across the USJ, breaking through it, and just sent it flying away. And everyone's just staring at Izuku and like, what the heck? And they think like, Izuku's at the strength of, is he at the strength of All Might? And she goes like, no, this can't be. We're defeated by a kid. And then he gets shot, and he's like, and all the heroes come, and All Might too, and they're like, and he sees that Izuku's there, like, kind of standing there victorious with his suit his suit is torn up, but he's completely fine because he's indestructible. And it's like that, and All Might's like, huh? And he tries to rush to grab Shigaraki, but just in time, Kurigiri grabbed Shigaraki and they dipped. And so he goes to Izuku. He's like, Izuku, are you okay? He's like, you know I'm always okay. And Izuku's like, explain what happened here. He's like, well, basically. Well, I'm not going to explain. You guys will hear it. So yeah, Izuku explains to them what happened. And they're like, whoa, Izuku. Okay. And All Might's like, okay, Izuku, but I know even though you're indestructible, like he in private is like, I know you're indestructible and all, but using 100%, you still haven't mastered it. So just recklessly using it, you're hurting your body. And Izuku, did you really say hurting your body? And almost like, all right, you're right. But what I'm trying to say is that don't rely on your indestructibility to use 100% of one for all. You still gotta work for it. Your body's still not used to it. You want to get to my point where you don't need to even feel pain to use it. Alright? That's where your full potential will come out. And it looks like, alright, I get it, All Might, I get it. So yeah, Izuku goes back and all that ish, and they get a few days. All of them get a few days off from school after what happened, and they come back. And Izawa tells them they're gonna have the sports festival, and they should get up to par with their strength. And everyone gets excited, like, yeah, yeah, the sports festival, and everyone gets pumped up. So yeah, a few days go past, and finally it's time for the sports festival. And in the locker room, everyone's just chilling and stretching until Todoroki comes to Izuku, saying, "I will beat you, Izuku." And everyone just kind of goes silent. And Izuku's like, "What?" It's like, "You're obviously the strongest one here. So if I beat you, I'll show to everyone that I am the strongest just using my ice." And Izuku's like, "Alright then, so you challenging me?" He's like, "Yes." And it looks like, "Well, Todoroki, your quirk's amazing, but I'm not gonna let you stop me from being number one. I am gonna win this." And Bakugo's like, "Huh? Did I hear this right? Freaking Scarface is challenging Izuku when I'm the strongest one here? You guys suck. Obviously, I'm gonna win. I declare war on all of you." And everyone's like, "Huh?" And Bob looks like, "Yeah, let's everyone try their best." And everyone's like, "Yeah," getting excited and like walk out and ish. So yeah, midnight it starts to saying like, "Welcome to the sports festival." Yeah. Before we get started, we gotta get a speech from the person who got number one spot. And like it's signaling to Izuku, and Izuku's like, "Wait, me? No, I don't want to. Please, I don't want to go on." And go on. And like, crap. Alright, hi. And it was like, so, yeah, and Izuku's like, "Well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not prepared for this at all. But I'm just gonna spitball it. I just came here to say that we all came here to UA to all become heroes, or something related at least. And Sports Festival is one of the most viewed most viewed things in the whole nation." Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. But what I'm trying to say is that everyone that's participating today should try their best. And I know there's people here that you're thinking, "Oh, if this person wasn't fair, I would have been number one." Or like, "I stand no chance. These guys, I'm only in the general studies. I can't do nothing." Stop thinking like that, alright? We all can try our best. Don't give up, and it hasn't even started. You know? Like, I've heard these wise words from a wise man before. Never give up on something you never tried before. I was trying to come up with a quote. But what I'm trying to say is that try your best. Put in all your effort into this. And even if you don't win, that's fine. You still put in your whole effort. And I'm challenging all of you to try your best. That's the reason why All Might's the best. He always tries his best. Now, say it with me, everyone. Plus Ultra! Yeah! And everyone's pumped, and everyone's like, yeah! It was like, shee! And everyone's getting excited. They're like, even General Scores studies like, yeah, you know, he pumped me up. He was like, let's try our best. And Izuku comes down and he's like, yeah. And it was like, whoa, Izuku, nice speech. And it's like, yeah, you know, now I'm saying simple things. But I was serious. We should all try our best. And they're like, all right, then. Izuku, you pumped me up. Don't be surprised when you lose. And Izuku's like, all right, then. Let's get started. And then I was like, wow, amazing words from Izuku Midoriya. Without further ado, let's get into the first event. and they say the first event is the race, and everyone starts lining up. And she shouts, "Go!" And Todoroki takes advantage of it, and he tries to freeze everyone behind him, and he starts just icing behind. But everyone in UA was able to break free of that, and Izuku was like, "Think that will stop me?" Todoroki, and he starts running with 10% on, and he's kind of catching up fast. And Todoroki's like, "Huh?" And he Todoroki's like, "I can't have him on my tail," so he's throwing up. He's kind of throwing ice behind him, like the small ice walls, and Izuku's kind of dodging and ish, and everyone behind him like, "Hey, Todoroki, what the heck?" And Izuku's like, "That's not gonna stop me, Todoroki." Todoroki's like, "You're right," and he's like, and he does a massive ice wall. He's like, trying to get past that, and Izuku's like, "Whoa!" And Izuku's like, "All right then. I didn't want to bring out 100% so early, but maybe I need to." Then, and he breaks it, and he breaks the whole thing, and it was like, "Whoa! Look at that! Izuku Midoriya is showing such tremendous strength. That's the signature strength." Everyone's saying it might be the next All Might. What do you think, Aizawa? He's like, Izuku Midoriya does show quite strength, and there's not wrong to think he might be the next All Might and everything. And Baku's like, "Huh? Next All Might, my ass. I'm gonna be better than All Might." And he starts blasting his way to the top. And it's kind of them, or just them three and the rest. So yeah, they come up with the first obstacle course, and it's the 0-point robot, and Todoroki yet again freezes it, and he gets his way past. And Izuku's like, "I've done this before," and he jumps again, and it's like 100% again, and almost like Izuku's not listening, and Izuku's like, and he breaks his way past, and he's like, and he starts running again, and Bakugo kind of just blasts his way through while everyone else does their thing. And it's just them three neck and neck. No, not neck and neck. It's Todoroki, Izuku, and Bakugo, but Bakugo's right behind Izuku. So yeah, they reach the second course, and they do that easily. And it's time on the minefield. Now they starting to catch up, and now all three are neck and neck. And while in the minefield, Izuku is the one that's actually in danger, because he's starting to trying to avoid the minefield. So he's running, but he's trying to dodge. So he's kind of lagging behind everyone, and he's like, "Crap!" And Bakugo and Todoroki just kind of blaze ahead because they're not really touching the bombs. Izuku's like, "Alright then, wait. Oh, how did I not think of this earlier?" And he gathers some minefields, and he's like, "I need screw it." And he kind of sits on it, and he's like, "Oh no." And he gets explored, and he's like, "Yeah." What the heck was that again? Sorry, you guys. He does the goofy thing, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what is that?" And Bakugo and Todoroki are about to finish neck and neck until Izuku just comes missing through past both of them, claiming the #1 spot. And Izuku's like, "What just happened?" "I'm okay." And he falls to the ground, and it was like, "Izuku Midoriya, he just came out like a bullet." And they're cheering him on and ish. And Izuku came first place, and I'm just gonna say Todoroki second, Bakugo third. And everyone's like, "What?" And they're excited because that was just the first event, and that was just a race, and that felt so intense. And then everyone else comes, and yeah, Uraka and Nita come to congratulate Izuku, and it's like that. So they announced the second thing, and they're gonna be doing a cavalry battle. They need teams, and Izuku found out that he has 10 million points, and no one wants to be able to team with him at first. But when they start to think about it, Izuku's strength and speed and durability, like, he can really be an asset. But they don't want to take the chance. So Izuku's standing there like, "Really? Are you guys serious, really? Until Uraka comes like, I'm gonna be on your team, and then it's basically gonna be the same team. So yeah, they get started, and Izuku's team, they have the same strategy to stay in the air. But sometimes when they get close to the ground, Izuku's like, alright then, and he flicks them up, and which just keeps them airborne in the air. And everyone's like, crap, we really need those 10 million points. And Toroki's like, alright, I got a plan. So while they're descending down, Toroki's like, no! And he shoots an ice, like a ice thing to get to their points, and it does, and they land on it, and they start sliding down because it's kind of, well, steep for them. And they're all wearing like those hover shoes, whatever, and they can't really grab their feet on the ice, so they're sliding down. Toru's like, "Get ready to grab it," and they're like try to grab it, and Izuku's like, "Crap! Everybody, just jump!" And they all jump, and Izuku, and he's like, "Alright then," and he flicks again to push them, and they kind of do all of them do like a front flip ahead of them, and they land, and they just keep sliding down, and they go back on the ground, and they just flying again, and everyone's like, whoa, what a clutch move from Team Midoriya, and all that is shit. Izuku's team, I just see no way of anyone getting close to them, so they win the thing, and they get to the finals. The finals. So yeah, it's basically gonna be the same, and it's like that. So when the locker rooms, Izuku's chilling in it until Ojo comes through and is like, "That guy, you gotta be careful, man. You brainwashed me earlier. I'm only telling you this because I really want you to defeat him. Alright? Just make sure not to fall for his trap." And everywhere. And Izuku's like, "Alright then, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Just remember to win." Alright. So yeah, Izuku heads out to the stage, and he sees his Shinso, and Izuku's not talking. So Shinso's like, whatever, he just says random stuff. Izuku's not biting. And he's just like, and he starts to make fun of Uraka. He's like, she was barely hanging on. What a stupid quirk like hers. She could never be a hero. And it's just like, why are you talking about Uraka like that? And she just kind of laughs, is like, thank you. And Izuku's in his trance, and Izuku starts turn around and starts walking to the edge of the ring. And I was like, what's going on, Izuku Midoriya? What's going on? Until Izuku has that same instant like he did in the anime. He's about to step out, but poof, he flicks his finger and he snaps out. And I was like, what? And Izuku's like, nice try, boy. Nice try, man. And he throws a pressure punch at Shinso, not really wanting to hurt him, just get him out the ring, which blows him out. And everyone's like, whoa, that kid really is like All Might. Like, what the heck? Maybe he's his son. And it was like, Izuku Midoriya wins, and it's like that. So yeah, Izuku goes and congratulate him, it's like that, and yeah. So all the ghost fights the same, man. Izuku's in the locker room, and Endeavor's like, make sure to use his fire side. And Izuku's like, I then bet. I then bet. It's like, Todoroki's not an object, man. Talk to him like he's your son. Alright? Endeavor. And it heads on, and everyone's like, who's this kid trying to talk to me? So yeah, Izuku heads out to the stage, and Todoroki heads onto the stage, and Cementos is like, begin! And Todoroki tries to begin it off with a massive ice what is it called? Iceberg, no, not iceberg. Well, anyways, ice thing like he done to Zero, but Todoroki's like, it's done, until he hears da da da, and Izuku's like, I'm okay, and it was like, yeah, and Izuku turns on One for All, and he starts going at Todoroki, but Todoroki starts ice skating around and this like that, and Izuku's like, come on, man, and he's like. and he's like, "Oh, come on!" And Izuku kind of jumps in the air, and he does a smash on the ground, which sends like air to the side, which actually hits Todoroki off his balance, and Izuku goes to punch Todoroki, but Todoroki does an ice, which hits Izuku. He's like, all right, I'm okay, and he's like, I can't get close to him, and Todoroki's just trying to keep his distance, and Izuku's like, damn it, and he's like, gotta use 100%. Sorry, All Might, and Izuku kind of like, he's like, puts his hand in his air like a signal to All Might, and All Might's like, all right then, you gotta do what you gotta do, kid. Like I told you, to get to number 1 spot, you're gonna have people that you gotta get past. This is no different. Izuku turns on One for All, but 100% again, and he's like, all right, and he throws a punch, and Todoroki tries to block it with ice, but Izuku keeps throwing them pressure punches, and Todoroki's not keeping up until Izuku throws one, and Todoroki throws ice, but Izuku comes around the corner, and he punches Todoroki to the ground, and Izuku's like, come on, Todoroki, why aren't you using your fire side? And Todoroki's like, I'll never use my fire side. I will not be like my father. And Izuku's like, it's your quirk. It's not his quirk. Alright, just stop doing this. It's your quirk. You're not his object. You come on, man. Come on. If you don't, you're gonna lose this. Don't you want to be number 1? Don't you want to be a hero? If you want to be a hero, you gotta use both sides. Come on. And Todoroki remembers his past and this, and it erupts in flames and ice, whatever. And he's like, "You're right, Midoriya. I want to be number 1. And I'll do anything to get there." And he throws the ice-ish, and Izuku's like, finally. And he's getting hit by it, but Izuku's punching him off, kind of punching it, trying to get to Todoroki. And Todoroki's like, thank you, Midoriya. You've let me get to my potential. Todoroki does his thing, and he does these freaking cool fire move, and he freaking does the thing, and Izuku's like, thank you, Todoroki, and he goes in for a punch, and they both collide, which makes a massive explosion. Kind of just sends flames straight up into the air, and everyone can feel it. Like, no one there couldn't feel that fire. Everyone there could feel that fire. Everyone in that scene could feel that fire. And it just shot up into the air. And there was just smoke everywhere. And everyone was like, oh. They're like, whoa, what the? Until the smoke clears and they see Todoroki on this phone. They're like, oh, Todoroki's out. Wait, is Izuku? And Izuku's like, emerges from the smoke yet again. And he's like, I'm okay. And then I was like, yeah! Insert Captain Man music. And it was, yeah! Because they were happy because it was a really good fight. And Izuku Midoriya proceeds to the finals. No, not finals. He proceeds on. Yeah, and Izuku goes to Todoroki and he's like, are you okay, man? He's like, yeah. He's like, you were hit more with that. You were hit more with that blast. What? How are you on your feet? I can barely get up. And Izuku's like, you know, I'm durable like that. You know what I'm saying? Todoroki's like, all right then, man. Congrats. And Izuku's like, thanks. And then they kind of take Izuku out. Todoroki to the infirmary, and they wanted to take Izuku, but Izuku's like, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm clearly fine. Alright. So yeah, the finals move on, and Izuku like knocks out Ida easily, and it's time for Izuku versus Bakugo, and Izuku does fight, and he's like, Bakugo, we fight again, and Bakugo's like, this time I won't lose, Izuku. I won't lose to someone like you. Alright? I'll admit, I acknowledge you have a quirk now, but I won't let you stop me. I'm still gonna be number one. And he goes, and Izuku, he's like, okay, let's just settle this. And Izuku baits Bakugo in, and Izuku full 100%. He's like, let's finish this. And he kind of does like a spin kick and hits Bakugo on a soft place on his body because he doesn't want to kill Bakugo, and he just knocks him out the ring. And it was like, Izuku's a beast. He knocked the Bakugo out in one kick. What the? And then announced Izuku the winner of the sports festival. He got number one. And All Might comes down and he puts the medals on them like, you did job, you did good, Todoroki, but next time, don't hold back on your power. Your quirk is your quirk. And if you don't utilize the full potential of your quirk, a villain or something would take advantage of that. I'm sure you saw that with the Midori fight. Bakugo, you fought well, but your anger got the best of you. You could see Midoriya baited you in, and he capitalized on you going on rage mode, and now he won. And Bakugo's like, still chained up. And he's like, Izuku, congratulations, you are the winner of the sports festival. And I was like, yeah. And Izuku's like, and All Might's like, you really did good, kid. You really did good. And Izuku's just feeling himself right now. So anyways, a few days go past, and finally they're back in class, and Zawa tells him that the sports festival was for them to get sponsorships or whatever, internships, and of course Izuku was first, and Todoroki second, and Bakugo third, and Izuku got the most offers, of course. And Izuku's like, wow, there's so many offers, and he couldn't decide what he wanted, and everyone chooses theirs, and they start discussing who you gonna pick, and it's like, I don't know yet. There's just so many people, and they're like, why won't you just go with the top ranked people? It's like, true, but I want someone that could help me expand my quirk, help me get stronger. And Ruak's like, wow, Izuku. You still trying to get stronger at the point you are? Izuku's like, yeah, I want to get to the point so strong, almost strong, where even when I'm not there, you can still feel safe. And Urok's like, that's kind of inspiring. Alright then, I've decided where I'm going. They're like, where are you going? I'm going to Gunhead. And they're like, wait, but I thought you want to be a rescue hero. No, Izuku, you inspired me. I want to get stronger, so then I can do that exact same thing. Even though out there, you can still feel safe. So I'm going to get stronger on my combat. And maybe next time we can fight. And it's like that. Anyways, some small banter like that. And Izuku's still deciding until All Might comes in and baits him in, and he's like, oh, you got an offer from my old master. And Izuku, old master? Anyways, so he goes on with the Grand Torino. And as I was like, well, alright then, now you chose your things. You need to choose your hero names. And I'm gonna say, just screw it. For bands, Izuku's like, my hero name is called Captain Man. And it was like, Captain Man? Like, what does that even mean? They're like, Izuku, you know you're not a man yet. And like, what are you captain of? And Izuku's like, I like it. I like it. I'm like, alright then, Captain Man. So yeah. Izuku goes on to internship with Gran Torino. And he heads there, and he's like, you can't be serious. And he calls All Might, he's like, is this the right place? And they're like, yeah, go in, man. And it's like that. And Izuku goes in, and he just sees Gran Torino on the floor with the blood all over him. And he's like, okay, he's dead. And Gran Torino's like, oh, why so noisy? I'm alive, kid. It was a small prank. And Izuku's like, am I at the right place? He's like, yes, you're at the right place. And they start talking this, and Izuku's like, alright, I'm sorry, whoever you are. I don't have time to waste like this. I thought I was gonna have an internship where I can learn and expand my ability. And you're not doing that right now. And Gran Torino's like, huh? And Izuku's like trying to leave, and then Gran Torino just closes the door. And Izuku's like, wait, how did you get? And he kicks Izuku right in the face. And he's like, what the heck is wrong with you, old man? He's like, you said you want to get stronger. Alright then, let's increase that percentage of yours of one for all. And Izuku's like, alright then, old man. And Gran Torino's like, alright then, first exercise, catch me. And he starts bouncing around the thing, and Izuku's like, oh crap. And he turns on one for all, and he's like, and he tries going there, but Gran Torino just kicks him. He's like, too slow. And he's like, goes there too slow. And Izuku's like, this is getting annoying. He's like, oh kid, you're durable. That was one of my strongest kicks there. And he keeps bouncing around. It's like, too slow. And Zuko's trying to get angry. He's like, all right, screw it. And he was about to use 100%. But then Gran Torino just kicks Zuko right in the head. And he stops. It's like, what's wrong with you, kid? And Zuko's like, what? You said to catch me. So you're going to use 100% of one for all? I noticed that during the UA exam. During the sports festival. You rely too much on a power that you haven't even mastered. And it was like, well, why does it even matter if I master it? I can use 100% while not getting hurt. And it looks like, and he's like, that's not the point of it. The point of it is that if you can master one for all without any stress, it's going to unlock so many possibilities that you won't understand, kid. And Zuko's like, it's like, think about this. While you're using that full power, let's just say you're a boxer and you're in a fight and you're using one for all, which is good, but you're using 100%. Think of using like 100% and while not mastered, having to box with a bunch of weights on your back. But if you have mastered 100% of one for all, you just imagine like this: you're a boxer, but with a freaking chainsaw in your hand. The other guy stands no chance. What I'm trying to say is that if you master your power and use the other power of yours, you're gonna be an unstoppable force. That's all I'm trying to say, kid. That's what you need to understand. And Zuko realizes this and he's like, yes, that makes sense. So Gran Torino was like, alright then, let's get to work, kid. So yeah, Zuko starts meditating, trying to increase the percentage of one for all and it's like that. And yeah, Gran Torino was like, you did good, kid. Alright then, let's head out to the streets. And they go on and they go to Hosu City and ish. And they're on the subway until it gets attacked by Nomu. And the Gran Torino kicks it away and he's like, stay here, kid. And he goes out and he looks like, I can't stay here. And he's like, wait, Hosu, wait, Ida. And he jumps out of the place without hesitation. And he starts running around the city looking for Ida. Until Lisbeth's perspective and leader with Stain. And he's like, you try to kill my brother. And now because of you, he cannot walk. And Stain's like, he was a fake hero. Whatever, I don't know. No, in genuine was a good hero. But he got in the way. And no matter what, I won't let anyone get in my way. And he's like, and then he was about to get stabbed until Izuku's like, Detroit smash! And he hits him away, and Stain's like, and Izuku's like, Ida, are you okay? He's like, what are you doing here, Izuku? Get out of here! This is my fight! And he's like, stop being an idiot! You're about to die there! I just saved your goddamn life! And he's like, what? And Izuku's like, you're Stain, the hero killer. And he's like, you just came to save your friend. A true essence of a hero. It's too bad I have to kill you now. No, he's like, he wouldn't say that. He's like, I prefer not to kill you. But if you do get in my way, I will have to kill you. And Zuko's like, I won't let you kill anyone. I won't let you kill my friend. And so he's like, alright then. And he goes into a fight and Izuku's like, alright then. And he turns on 10% of One For All. And just starts fighting Stain. And Ida's like, Izuku, don't let Stain cut you. And Izuku's like, alright then. And he's dodging and ish. And he punches Stain. And Stain goes back. He's like, you pack quite a punch, kid. But you gotta be stronger than that. And he goes around. He goes on the wall to wall. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And Stain uses his sword and ish. Uses his sword and ish. But Izuku dodges it and hits it away. And he tries to throw a punch. But Stain dodges it. And he's like, got you, kid. And he has a knife. And he's about to stab Izuku. And Izuku's like, ah! And everyone, and Ida's like, no! And when he tries to stab Izuku, he's like, wait, what? And he's like, he bent the knife. And Izuku's like, you really thought that would break through my skin? And he knees him into the face. And he was about to punch him until Todoroki comes with a gush of fire. He's like, am I too late? And he's like, you got our message. He's like, yeah. And Izuku's like, alright then, Todoroki, let's take him down. Todoroki's like, right. And Todoroki throws down some ice, but Stain's like, all bloodlusted and dodging it and ish. And it was about a Superman punch Todoroki until Izuku came in from the side and just kicked him into the wall. And he then comes up, he's like, and Izuku grabs Stain and he throws him into the air and it's like, Ida! And he's like, where's the pure burst? And he turns on and he slams he kicks Stain into the ground and Izuku's like, you think you're done? And he freaking boots him into the air again and he's like, Todoroki, finish him off! And Todoroki's like, right. And he finishes him off with some ice and Stain is detained and ish. And yeah, so yeah, they detain Stain and ish, and Endeavor comes and he tells the kids like, yeah, and the Nomu comes and he's gonna grab Izuku, but Izuku dodges it and he just kind of grabs it and slams it to the ground, and then Endeavor burns it. So then they're walking away with Stain and ish, but then Izuku kept hearing someone's name. They kept hearing someone like, here. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And he's like, I'll be back, guys. They're like, alright. So Izuku goes back to the alley and he's like looking around if something happened, and then he just sees someone there. He's like, who are you? What do you want? And he's like, the random person's like, because of you. It's all your fault. And Izuku's like, who are you? He's like, you don't know. You don't need to know who I am. No. He doesn't say that. He's like, you're the one that messed everything up. And Izuku's like, who are you? And he's like, who am I? Who am I? Just know, I'm the person who's gonna kill you. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And the guy goes to attack, and Izuku's like, what? And he kind of dodges it, and he's like, Izuku throws a punch, and the guy gets hit back, and Izuku's like, well, who the hell are you? And Izuku's like, that should have knocked him out. And Izuku turns around until the guy's like, okay, is that all you got, kid? And Izuku's like, wait, what? And Izuku throws more punches, but he just dodges it, and he cuts Izuku on the gun. And he's like, what the? And he's like, such strength. And the guy just punches him, Izuku to the ground. And he's like, and this is just a warning, kid. Don't ever try to step to me again. I'm sparing your life, so then you can tell the tale. Alright? Tell your father about this encounter. And Izuku's like, who the hell are you? He's like, you could just call me Drex. And he just disappears. And Izuku's like, who the hell is he? And Izuku gets up and he's like, I'm okay, but what the hell? Who the hell was that? So yeah, Izuku goes back and reports everything, and they in the hospital. And well, Izuku doesn't need it, but he's there and comes with the other guys, and he's still running. Who the hell is this Drex guy? So yeah, so they go back to school, and they go back to school, and everyone's talking about the internships and how cool it was. And they told them, they all asked about the Stain attack, and and they asked Izuku, "Did you hear about it?" And Izuku's like, yeah, I didn't hear anything about it." Well, in real life, he knew all about it. So yeah, and then now it's finally time for the final exam. So yeah, they do the test and everyone does well. So now they time for the thing exam, and they're explaining it to everyone, and they tell all the partners, and Izuku's surprised that he was paired up with Bakugo with all people. Like, why? And the opponent is freaking All Might, and they're like, what? All Might? This is just unfair. So yeah. Izuku tries to come up with a plan with Bakugo, but Bakugo's not hearing it. So Izuku's like, alright then, I guess we have to spitball this. So yeah, so they head in and they start, and All Might, just for a start, throws a freaking pressure punch, and Izuku's like, Bakugo, get the hell out of the way! And he pushes Bakugo out of the way, but he gets hit and blown back, and Bakugo's like, oh, and he sees his All Might, and Bakugo just goes in for a massive explosion. Ah! But it does nothing to All Might, and he's like, wait, what the? And he grabs Bakugo's face and he slams it into the ground until he hears, ah! And it's Izuku coming in for a kick, and he just grabs it and he slams them together, and they're like, oh, ah! And he just kind of punches them away. He's like, I'm not going easy on you guys. I'm the villain here, so I don't care for casualties. And Izuku's like, damn, Bakugo, are you alright? And Bakugo's like, I'm okay. And Izuku's like, hey, that's my line. He's like, shut the hell up. I'm joking. So yeah, Izuku's like, Bakugo, we're not gonna win this. We actually retreat. And he's like, no. And Izuku's like, oh, crap, screw it. And he just grabs Bakugo, and Bakugo's like, hey! And he retreats, and All Might's like, oh. And he takes Bakugo to a place where he's safe, and he's like, alright. It's like, where the hell did you do that? Izuku's like, are you stupid, Bakugo? I'm sure you're not stupid. Are you stupid? He's like, shut up. He's like, alright. You can see his strength is unmeasurable, alright? We need to come up with a plan to do this, alright? Let's think. And Bakugo's like, we just go in there and fight him. And he's like, no, that's not a plan. He's like, yes, it is. I will go in there and fight him and distract him while you go to the exit. And Izuku's like, that could work, but are you sure you could hold him on that long? Because I think it would be reasonable for me to do it. And he's like, what? You don't think I'm strong? And Izuku's like, think, Bakugo. Think of my abilities. My abilities are similar to All Might. And I have way more durability than you. And you can use your explosions to explode your way to the exit. Just think about it. And you could use your explosion on us, since I know I can tank it. And that will slow down All Might, so you can head out to the exit. Bakugo's like, you're lucky I'm only doing this because it's a half-okay plan. And Izuku's like, alright then, let's get started. So they go out, and Izuku's like, All Might, come on, let's fight. And All Might's like, huh. And it's like, Izuku wants to fight. Alright then. Izuku's like, alright then. I know, Gran Torino, you said stop relying on it, but, I mean, look who my opponent is. It's freaking All Might. And it uses 100% again. And All Might's like, alright then, Izuku. I guess you don't learn your lesson. I guess I have to beat it into you. And he starts fighting All Might, and it's a tense battle. Bakugo's just kind of looking at him like, what the? He's like, right. And he's trying to explode to an exit. And Izuku's like, and All Might's like, oh, so that's what your plan is. And he just kind of throws Izuku out the way, and he jumps and he kicks Bakugo right out of the air. And Bakugo's like, I knew this was a bad plan. And Izuku, it's not. Just go on. And Izuku goes in for another punch, and he hits All Might away. He said, "Come on!" And he keeps fighting All Might, and he keeps punching, and Bakugo's getting closer and closer to the exit. But every time when All Might tries to leave, Izuku's just there in front of him, and All Might in his mind is like, Izuku really has adapted. But there's still much he can learn, and so All Might jumps into the air, and he was about to throw a Detroit smash, but Izuku jumps in too, and he tanks it all, and All Might's like, wow, impressive, and he's falling down, and All Might's like, that's where I'm gonna go, and Izuku's like, no, you're not, and he grabs All Might while he's falling down, and he shouts, Bakugo, no, and Bakugo's like, alright then! And he uses his gauntlet, and he pulls the trigger, and he sounds another one, and Bakugo's like, you think it's done? Oh my! And the first one is still going, the second one's lagging behind. It connects, and the other one connects, which even makes a big explosions, which sends Bakugo flying straight to the exit. And Bakugo was able to go through the exit. And you just see Izuku just there, tanked all of it, and All Might just kind of coughing blood, and he's like, crap, you guys went so hard. And it's like, well, you All Might, you do know that, right? And he's like, yeah, congratulations, you have passed your final exam. And like, yes, finish. So yeah, Izuku afterwards is he heads back home, and he asks this time to talk to his dad, and the dad's like, alright then, I'll come to you. There's already been enough problems for you coming here. And he's like, fair enough. So he's like, what's wrong? He's like, Dad, earlier, when I went to Gran Torino for my internship, I fought Stain. He's like, so you the one that fought him? Wait, so then how did you not get in trouble? It's like, since we did take him down, the police chief let us off, but we wouldn't get any glory or nothing. But that's not the point of it. The point of it is like after we captured him, someone kept calling my voice, and I went to check it over, and I went back to the alley where I was finding Stain, and there was this guy, and we fought, but it was completely one-sided. His strength was incredible, and I punched him as hard as I could, and he just got up and brushed it off like it's nothing. Not much people can do that, and he just was able to get me down, and he said his name was Drex, and the dad's like, wait, did you just say Drex? And he's like, yeah, you know him? And that's like, Drex. God damn it. And he's like, wait, what's happening? And he's like, Drex was my ex-assistant. He's like, your ex-assistant? He's like, yeah, Drex, he was my assistant recently too. When you came over for the what is it called? For the parents' day, I forgot what it's called. When you got densitized, he was the person that was getting angry. He was pissed off, and that day work was just wasted on a child. That he wanted this to work on All Might and only him, but he felt like it was wasted and that we're not a serious organization, so he left. But when he left, he took all the research for the densitizer machine, and now I guess he showed up. My best assumption is that he was able to rebuild the densitizer machine, and he densitized himself. But not only that, he gave himself some tremendous strength, and now I think he's after you, since you are the reason why the densitizer machine was not used on All Might. And Izuku's like, wow, but Dad, I don't think I can defeat him. I used all my strength. Even used all... Never mind. I used all my strength to stop him. He just brushed it off like it's nothing. And Izuku's like, that's troublesome. I think I may have a solution. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, we've been working on a different machine. We thought after he left that we needed something else to be able to combat this. It's like, combat this? It's like, yes. Alright then, Izuku, do you want another ability? And Izuku's like, I guess so. He's like, alright. So they hook Izuku up and they do some scientist-ish and they inject something. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. And Izuku's like, what are you gonna do, Dad? And he's like, just wait. And he puts Izuku, like a helmet on Izuku, and he takes two animals. And he puts one there, and he takes the juices off the animals, and Izuku just inhales it. If you guys watch Henry Danger, you guys know where I'm heading with this. You guys all know. And Izuku's there like, what the heck? And he just gets up and he's like, alright then, what's happening? And the dad's just taking stuff and he lines it and he's like, oh, stand right there by the wall. And Izuku's like, alright then. And he's like, stare at me. He's like, okay. And he shoots the thing, like shoots those rockets and Izuku's like, wait, what the? And he dodges them and he catches one and Izuku and freaking, oh my gosh. And Hazashi's like, it worked. And Izuku's like, wait, what was that? And he's like, turn around. And he's like, alright. And he shoots it again. And Izuku was able to dodge it. And Izuku and Hazashi's like, yes, it worked. And Izuku's like, what's going on? Wait, was I doing that? What the? And Izuku's like, yes, I gave a new ability. This ability will help you stop Drex. And he's like, what is it? He's like, I call it hypermotility. It's basically you being able to you have extremely faster reflexes than before. And it's like, wait, really? It's like, yeah. You're gonna be your reflexes are gonna be godly like. And it's like, yes, thank you. And he's like, just give me one thing. He's like, yeah. When you defeat Drex, bring him back to me, alright, Izuku? And Izuku's like, alright, Dad. And he's like, good luck on your summer camp. He's like, thanks. So yeah, they go to the mall and ish, and they have that other encounter with Shigaraki and ish, but Izuku wasn't tripping or nothing, because even if he decayed his neck, nothing will happen to him, you know what I'm saying? So Izuku's just there like, alright then, I will do nothing and nothing will happen, alright? And he's like, alright then. And he asks, why is Stain so much popular than me? He's like, because he had a motive and all that. And she goes, oh, okay, alright, thanks man, it's been a while catching up, see ya. And all that, and he reports that also. So it's time for the summer camp, and they arrive there, and they get stranded again, and have to fight through their way through the forest and ish. So yeah, they go there, and they meet Koda and ish, and he punches Izuku in the thing, and he's like, oh, and he's like, so Val, and Izuku's, I'm okay. And Bakugo says, I like that kid, and it's like that. So yeah, they have their meal, and the next day they get ready to improve their quirks, and it's like that. And he asks Bakugo to throw the ball just screw it, and Bakugo throws it, and he barely improves from his other time. So I'm gonna say what they do for Izuku is that basically the same thing in the anime, but he just does the same. I don't even know what he done in the anime. Like he was like doing this dancing, whatever. He does that. So yeah, the same thing happens and it's like that. So during the night they have that game they're gonna play, and then suddenly they get attacked by the League of Villains again. And he realizes like, wait, where's Koda? So he goes on to find Koda. So he heads up and he sees it's freaking Muscular. And he's like, oh. And Izuku's like, damn it, Koda! And he grabs Koda and he puts him back. And Muscular's like, who do we got here? And Izuku's like, what the hell are you? He's like, ha ha ha, fresh meat. Alright then. And he goes to attack Izuku. Well, Izuku turns on one for all and he's just running around, jumping from things. And Muscular's like, fight me! And it's just like, alright then. And he throws a punch and Muscular's like, is that all you got? And he hits him back. And Izuku is like, crap, that hurt. And he gets up and he's like, oh, but I'm okay now. And he goes up again and he throws throws a fury of punches, but it does nothing. And Muscular kind of slams into the ground and Muscular puts him up and is like, oh, you're durable, but I can break anyone. And he kind of tries to snap Izuku's back, and Izuku's like, but he's fine. And Muscular's like, oh, you're an annoying plaything. And he kind of does a Hulk whole thing, slamming Izuku side to side. And Izuku's like, and he's like, crap, this is not going well. And it's just like, screw it. And he's like, and he turns on 100%. He kicks Muscular's arm off. Well, not arm off. He kicks his arm away. And Muscular's like, oh. And Izuku's like, I've had enough of this nonsense. And Muscular's like, huh? Nonsense? And Izuku's like, time to end this. And like, and what? And Izuku's like, you're not in the States! Smash! And he kind of uses hyper mobility to improve the speed of it even quicker. And Muscular tries to block it and he's struggling. He's like, what the? And then he takes off his thing mid trying to shake it off, and he gets even more powerful. It's like, blocking, and Izuku's like, and he's like, no. And he's like, 1,000,000%, just like in the anime. And he hits Muscular into the wall, and Izuku's just there like, and Coach is like, oh my gosh, and he's like, I'm okay, and like kind of doing that scream, and Koda's like, whoa, heroes are real, and it's like that. And he goes to Koda's like, Koda, are you okay? He's like, yeah. And then suddenly he hears a voice like, wow, well done, well done. Just strictly amazing, Captain Man. And Izuku's like, looks behind and is like, you're that Drex guy again. He's like, oh, you remember my name now. So I'm guessing your father told you what happened. It's like, yeah, but I don't even care what you think, Drex. I know this was intended for All Might, but All Might himself said that he didn't want it. And he's like, well, All Might needed it. I can really tell by looking at him that his strength was decreasing. And I was just trying to save everyone by giving him that, but you ruined it. But I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna make it right. But first, before I do that, I need to get rid of you. To get all of that out of the way. And Zuko's like, this guy's crazy. And Drek's like, alright then, Izuku. I've waited for this fight for so long. Back in Hosu, it tempted me so much. I wanted to kill you there. But Shigaraki said no. But he said, now I can. And I'm gonna enjoy this. And he goes in to fight Izuku. And Izuku blocks it, and he's throwing punches too, when he's kind of tanking, and he's like, oh, you didn't expect me to tank it, huh? And I'll keep throwing punches, and it's kind of like a clean fight. Think of Naruto versus Sasuke, kind of like that, when they just kind of exchange with blowers without the the ninjutsu or nothing, just pure taijutsu, kind of like that. And Izuku's like, alright then. And Drex is like, you got pretty good, kid. But you can't defeat me. We have the same powers. You're not gonna defeat me. And Izuku's like, that may be true, but I got something way more. And Drex is like, huh? Shut up, kid. And he throws a punch, but Izuku just dodged it easy. And he's like, wait, what? And he throws punches, and Izuku keeps dodging. And Izuku punches him back. He's just like, what the? He's so much faster now. And Izuku's like, I told you, English, please? Guys, I can't speak. I'm on a completely different level than you. And Drex is like, wait, what? And Izuku goes in and he does a fear of punches using one for all and extending it. Well, you guys might be thinking, but he has 100% of one for all. How is Drex? Drex, I just powered him up because, why not? And like I said before, like I've been saying it, like Izuku's not using the full extent of one for all right now because he hasn't mastered it, and this is kind of beta 100%. His true 100% is far beyond from this. This is basically like if he had mastered like 20%. Or, I'm joking, not that much. No, it's not that weak. But anyway, he's still pretty strong. So, but it's still, well, draining. I say that with air quotes, draining, allegedly draining. But anyways, so he's like, this will finish this. And Drex like, huh? And Izuku's like, Detroit, Texas, smash! And he hits Drex with the right hook, and Drex goes flipping and hits the wall right next to Muscular. And Izuku drops again. He's like, 2 fights in a row. And Kota just thinks that Izuku's the greatest hero of all time, and he goes up to Izuku and hugs him. He's like, "You're amazing, man! You're amazing!" Kind of like hiking it up. And Izuku's like, "Yeah, thanks, man." And anyways, and Izuku's like, "All right, I gotta get you in safety." So he starts running, and he finds Aizawa and he gives it back. And Aizawa's like, what the heck with that kid's really is unscathed all the time. So yeah, Izuku starts running and he meets with what's his name? Freaking multi-arm guy. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like multi-guy's quirk. It's pretty cool. It's something different. I mean, it might be not so powerful, but it's definitely something different. So yeah, Izuku sees this thing and he lures it to Bakugo on him, and they get rid of it and ish. So yeah, they tell him everything that they're after Bakugo and ish, and yeah, they gotta keep him safe. So yeah, they're walking and they see Itsu and Uraraka and Toga, and then Toga dips, and Izuku's like, Are you alright, Uraraka? She's like, yeah, you can. Like, Sue, you too? It's like, yeah. And he's like, thank goodness you got safe. Like, where's Bakugo? He's like, Bakugo's right. Where's the hell's Bakugo? And you just see compressed, like, he is right here with freaking, what's his name? Togeyomi and Bakugo and the marbles. And it's like, damn it! And he's like, we gotta come up with a plan, you guys. How are we supposed to get up there? And they have that same plan in the anime, and they take compress, and they think they get the marbles and it's like that, and they were able to take back Togeyomi, but they were able to escape with Bakugo. And yeah. Oh my eye, damn it. So yeah. It looks like, God damn it! And everyone's just there. So yeah, this time Izuku doesn't need a hospital yet again. So let's just say then, who else got injured? I can't think. Well, screw it. Let's just say like maybe the Momo's thing, whatever. Yeah, let's just say the Momo's one. And they're discussing and all that ish, and Izuku decides that he's gonna go on that mission too, and they decide to rescue Bakugo, despite of the heroes and whatever. So yeah, they come up, they go and sorry, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, they come up with the same plan. They dress up and they go to the place and they see the Nomus and they all frightened to see that they freaking Nomus there, and it's like that. But they feel a little comfortable while Izuku's there, but Izuku's still shaking, even though like he defeated that Nomu. It's still kind of scary to see. So yeah, All Might and all that guys rescue Bakugo, but then they'll teleport it to there. And they see the fight with All For One against those heroes, and they're petrified because, like, he stopped all of them, and Izuku's shaking. He's like, why am I shaking? He's like, his overwhelming presence is just something else. So yeah, so then Bakugo and all those guys get teleported and it's like that, and yeah. And Izuku and all those guys come up with the same plan, and they executed it, and they shout, "Bakugo, come!" And Bakugo grabs Kirishima's hand, but Izuku's like, and he makes the decision. He's like, and he lets go, and everyone's like, "Izuku, what the hell?" And Bakugo's like, "Izuku!" And Izuku's like, "It's okay," and he lands down, and All For One's like, "Oh," and All Might's like, "Damn you, Izuku, why didn't you just leave?" And he's like, "I'm here to help, All Might." And All Might's like, "He's on a completely different, he's on a completely different level. You cannot be here." Izuku's like, "I can't let you die here, All Might. I don't know. I just feel responsible. You're supposed to have the thing. You're supposed to get this thing, all right?" He says thing, so All For One doesn't know what they're talking about. Yeah, you're supposed to get the thing, all right? So, cause of me, you don't have it. So, all right. So yeah, I'm here, and All Might's like, "Oh, fine, all right, whatever." And he's like, "Go and help civilians," and All For One's like, "No, let him stay." And he goes and goes to punch Izuku, and Izuku's like, instantly goes to 100% and blocks that, and he's fast, and he shoots Izuku away, and All For One's like, "Huh, he's fragile," and All For One just start blowing, and Izuku recovers again. He's like, ugh. And he sees an injured civilian, and he helps him up, and he's like, "All right, go," and he comes back again, full on 100%. Well, quote air quotations 100%, and he throws a punch at All For One, and All For One's like, "Great punch, kid. Receive this one." And Izuku tanks it, and All Might's like, "Wow," and he throws another punch, and Izuku and All Might just start fighting unison, like kind of perfectly in a sense. And All For One, he's just getting hit until he makes space, and he's like, "Wow, you guys are amazing. I didn't expect this." So Toshinori, this is your next successor, isn't it? You gave this kid one for all, didn't you? And All Might's like, "Shut up! You don't get to say anything. Let's just fight." And he goes in for another one, and he's like, "Come on, Izuku!" And Izuku's like, "Yeah." And he kind of grabs Izuku and he spins around and catapults him to All For One. And All For One's like, "Oh!" And he was about to use a quirk, but Izuku's like, "Nah, man." Like, he tried to punch Izuku, but Izuku used the hyper motility to maneuver himself, and he grabs All For One's arm, and he's like, "Now, All Might!" And All Might's like, "United States of Smash!" with All For One's face wide open, and he freaking slams him into the ground, and All Might is like almost going back to his small Might form. Since Izuku's there, it's kind of lightens the load, and Izuku's there panting, and All For One is there. It's like, All For One music starts playing. It's like, "Wow, All Might, your punches really have dialed down." you're weak. And All Might's like, what the? And it looks like crap. And All For One makes that freaking massive thing like he did before. And he's like, and he throws a punch and All Might, which slaps him away. And it's just Izuku and All For One. And Izuku's like, oh no. And All For One throws the punch, but he dodges it. And he keeps dodging. And All For One's like, wow, that's a handy quirk. Can I have it? And he tries to take it, but he can't take it. Cause it's not a quirk, and One For All's not letting him. He can't take One For All too, so he's just kind of screwed. And he's like, God damn it! And it's like, and he grabs his arm and he knees him again, and he throws him to the ground, and he punches him, and he throws up. He's like, oh my, all you, and he's like, oh my, and he sees All Might with another Detroit smash. Freaking smashes him back to Izuku, and he's like, "Oh, you Izuku!" And Izuku's like, "All right." And he's like, "Manchester smash!" And like, All For One hits the ground, and Izuku jumps up and he does the Manchester smash and smashes him to the ground. And All For One's like, and it looks like it's almost done, All Might. And All Might's like, "Great!" And they both jump into the air, and they both say, Detroit smash, and like kind of like in the movie. Have you guys seen the movie where they fought together? They kind of do that. They're like Detroit smash, both impacting his face, knocking him out, sending shockwaves throughout the whole city. Everyone sees it. The cameras see it, and then you just see them both emerge. All Might lifting up his left arm and Izuku lifting up his right. And it was like, All Might, and that kid, he done it. And all the pro heroes are kind of like shocked that a kid was able to stand up with All For One and match up with All Might's strength to defeat him. They're like, what the? And Bakugo and all those guys are watching on the screen. They're like, Izuku is that strong? They never realized it. They're like, wait, what? Wait, what? They just flabbergasted. And Izuku's there with his hand up, and All Might goes up to his Small Might form. And I was like, wait, what? And no, yeah, but they're still excited that he defeated him, and ish. So yeah, the cameras come to Izuku, and it's like, who are you, kid? And Izuku's like, I am Captain Man. Like, yeah, the first guy, that is Captain Man. He is a student from UA. Izuku Midoriya. And everyone's just like, oh, he's over there. And he's spinning around. And they go to All Might. They're like, All Might, do you think he's going to be the next All Might? And All Might just kind of points at Izuku. And he lifts up his arm. And everyone's like, yeah. And all that ish. So yeah, by that fight, Izuku already made himself a popular name. Like, everyone knows Captain Man now. Like, sheesh, like Captain Man. You know, he's only a kid, and like people are like, yeah, the name is kind of cliche, but you know, his power is cool, so I want to be just like him. And like ish like that, and it started spreading, and Izuku just keeps getting popular and ish. So yeah, they go back to school, and everyone's like, yeah, Captain Man. Like, how strong are you, Izuku? What the? And they keep saying that, and Izuku's just like, nah, I didn't do anything, but All Might done everything. And Bakugo kind of hits Izuku on the head. It's like, why did you do that, you idiots? He's like, sorry, jeez. I guess we did save you, though. And they... As I was like, I'm glad everyone's okay, and these are new dorms, but if any of you do that again, all of you would have been suspended on the spot, and I also would have been fired. It's like that, and everyone's just like, oh crap. And as I was saying, Izuku, even though you're getting popular and you're getting praised by people outside, that doesn't mean the fact that you're a pro hero now. You still don't have your pro hero license, and you shouldn't have done that. And Izuku's like, yes, sorry. It's like, Anyways, go and see your dorms. And it's like that. So yeah. Um yeah. So they go and all do their pro hero moves, and I'm just gonna say Izuku, he really basically have shoot style. So he masters his flicking fingers, you know what I'm saying? Those flick fingers. And he gets the gear for that. And Izuku also gets gear from Hatsumi, like the lasers in and Henry Danger. I can't believe I should have bet that earlier, but it's too late. But anyways, so Izuku gets those lasers too from in the show. So yeah, so time for the pro license exam. So they go in there, and this art there's not much, so I'm just gonna say yeah, like that's everything basically happens the same. Like yeah, I don't know if you guys looking forward to that, but like there's not much there. They go inside, they get ambushed, then Izuku thinks Urako's toga, and then yeah, the gang orcas they pass. Then gang orcas thing comes, Izuku defeats them all, and yeah, he passes while Todoroki and Bakugo fail, cause yeah, whatever. So yeah, after school and Shizuku is in the dorms having fun, and Baku's like, meet me at ground beta, whatever. And yeah, he heads over there, and Izuku's like, what do you want, Bakugo? Bakugo's like, you're gonna fight, and Izuku's like, I don't want to fight you. And Bakugo just goes in, and Izuku's like, Bakugo, stop this, and he just keeps dodging while Bakugo's doing a fear of explosions, and Izuku's like, stop it, Bakugo, and Bakugo ties himself. He's like, no, this can't be it. This can't be my limit. And he's kind of starting to cry, and Izuku's like, Bakugo, and he's like, it's all my fault. It's all my fault that All Might is lost all his power, and now you're this popular guy. I was supposed to be the best. I was supposed to be just number one, but why? Where did you get this power from, all Izuku? And Izuku is like, Bakugo. And Bakugo keeps trying to throw explosions, but it's not. And All Might comes, and he's like, it's not your fault, Bakugo. This was all and he explains everything, and Izuku explains that his dad gave him what made him indestructible, and he gave him hypermobility, and this is his strength now. And Bakugo's like, so you cheated your way to the top, and Izuku's like, no. He's like, well, you were given all your strength, and Bakugo's like, and Izuku's like, no, I wasn't. He's like, you were given your indestructibility. You were given literally All Might's quirk, and then you're given this reflex fasting. So what you telling me? You didn't earn any of your strength? It's like, no. And Baku's like, you're fake, bro. He's like, I'm gonna be the number one and beat you all. He's like, nah, man. Did you not hear? Captain Man is the new number one hero. And Baku's like, whatever, man. And now they become proper enemies, well, / friends. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Then afterwards they have to clean up and stuff, and then the class fights Mirio, and Mirio goes on Midoriya, and Midoriya tries to throw a punch, but Mirio dodges that, and he freaking gut punches him, and Izuku's like, oh, I'm okay, and Mirio's like, wait, what? And Izuku grabs his arm and he slams him, and Mirio's like, whoa. Alright then. This kid's something else. Wait, you're Captain Man. Wow. So cliche, don't you think? But anyways, you're really popular. I saw you fought with All Might against that massive villain. That's big, man. Your strength is crazy. And Zuko's like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. And he's like, yeah. Anyways, so yeah. So Izuku asked Mirio if he can see Night Eye, and Night Eye, and yeah, and it's like that. And Night Eye's like, I don't think you're worthy. And Izuku's like, are you serious, man? I'm sorry, Night Eye. I know you're all my psychic and this, but did you not see what I done with All Might with him? And I know this is very disrespectful, but politely, I just want to say that I personally don't think it was a wrong decision. And Night Eye's like, alright then. Alright then, great response, kid. You're in. And Izuku's like, yeah, man. So yeah. So they're going to patrol and this and that, and yeah, they meet Eri and Overhaul and this, and they let him go, and then they realize that she was the cause of everything or whatever. And yeah, the few days go past, and then it's time for the Overhaul attack. Yeah. Oh, guys, it's been 2 hours and 25 minutes. We're almost there. We're almost there. So yeah, they prepare for the raid and ish, and they go down, and yeah, all of them have their individual fights, and Nation goes at the million. Shout out to the Nation if he's even watching. Anyways, Lemillion, he's running down and he finds Overall and he fights him, loses Quirk, still fights him, and and that's when Izuku and everyone comes popping in. And then Night Eye tries to fight him but gets stabbed in ish, and it's all up to Izuku, and Izuku is like and this time Izuku has been steadily increasing one for all, and Izuku's like, I gotta extend it 25%. And Izuku's like, I can go into 25 without any strain. That's actually real good progress. See, All Might, I guess, I don't always use 100%, and like, yeah. So Izuku goes and fights Overhaul. And Overhaul, he goes into that monster mode again, and Izuku's kind of squaring up and he's dodging those massive punches, and he's like, ah! And he throws a rock in Izuku, and Izuku goes past that, and he does his Manchester Smash, and this time hits him, and everyone's like, ah! And he jumps into the air and he grabs Eri, and he's like, no! And he's like, and Eri activates her quirk-ish and separates, and Izuku grabs Eri-ish and grabs Eri and he puts her on his back, and he uses 100% this time, and Izuku feels different. He's like, wait, this is, I feel okay, but not like normal okay. And he sees that Eri's quirk is put to use, and he's like, whoa, this power's different. And he's like kind of freaking out until he sees Overall comes and he doesn't care, and Izuku goes on and he starts boxing with him, and Izuku kicks him into the air, and he uses his pressure punch into the air, and he goes higher, and he does that freaking massive one punch man looking ass punch, and just dismantles Overhaul, just pop 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 pop. And he defeats Overhaul. Yeah, cause why not? And everyone, and Night Eye was rushed to a hospital. Unfortunately, he just died. And yeah, they have the UA music festival, the music thing, yeah. Endeavor has these fights, and yeah. I'm gonna leave it off there. I don't know if you guys want me to go in season 5. I'm actually gonna wait until season 1 is finished. I read the manga. I'm getting there. I'm a manga guy now. Sheesh. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. What if Deku was Captain Man? Yeah. This was the 3K special, and without further ado, goodbye. Sorry.